Hi, welcome. My name's Olivia, and the yoga practice that I'm sharing with you is designed to help you rest and relax. I like to do this practice before I go to bed because often I feel tired but kind of restless, and I need this practice to help release tension in my muscles and prepare me for sleep. You could also do this practice in the afternoon if you're feeling a slump in energy and you want to have a bit of a rest. Okay, let's get started. Let's start on our backs. So lie on your back with your knees bent. And we'll start with a breathing exercise with 3-part yogic breath. So get settled. And just observe your breath to start with. The inhales and the exhales. And then place your hands on your tummy and intentionally breathe in, creating space in your tummy. So feel your tummy rise as you breathe in. And release, feel your tummy fall. So big inhales. Feel your lungs, feel your tummy rise and expand. And exhale, release. Okay, now move your hands up to your rib cage, to the sides of your ribs, and as you breathe in, feel your rib cage expand. And exhale, feel your rib cage contract. Expand. Contract. As you exhale, now move your hands up to the top of your chest, just below your shoulder blades, and breathe into this part. So as you inhale, feel the top of your chest rise, and exhale, fall. I almost like to think of the top of my back expanding as I bring the breath into this part of my chest. Okay, now we're going to put it all together. Three-part yogic breath. So I like to place one hand on my tummy and maybe one a bit higher up on my rib cage, on my lower belly and rib cage. And as you inhale, breathe into your tummy, ribs, top of the chest, like a glass filling up with water, and exhale from the top to the middle, the rib cage, and release in your tummy. Full breath in, inhale, tummy, rib cage, top of the chest, fill up that glass, and exhale, top of the chest, rib cage, tummy. And carry on. Inhale, tummy, ribs, top of the chest, and exhale, chest, ribs, tummy, emptying the glass. The objective here is really to use the full capacity of our lungs and also to help slow our breathing, to bring us into a state of relaxation by slowing down our breathing, particularly extending the exhales, which sends a message to our brain to relax. Okay. From here, bring your knees into your chest. And then we'll start some gentle movements. So circles with your knees, exploring how it feels in your hips today. Any tension in the hips. Circles one way, change direction, circles the other way. Okay, place both feet on the floor. Lift up your right foot and interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Press your thigh into your hands gently. And then straighten your right leg, so heel up towards the ceiling. And just see how this feels. The aim here is to stretch the hamstrings, stretch the back of your leg. If it's comfortable, you may like to straighten your left leg on the floor. So this may be a pose you're very familiar with, Supta Hasta Padangusthasana. But the intention in this practice is to do these poses with an attitude of relaxation. So not too active, just enough energy to hold the form of the pose, but relaxed. Now turn your right toe out to the side and open your right leg out to the right side. You might like to use your hand as a little prop for your leg so that it has something to rest against. Perhaps your left hand's on your left thigh, maybe your leg is bent. And here we're stretching into the inside of the right thigh. Breathing through the nose, extending your exhales. And now bring your right leg back up to vertical. Bend your right knee, keeping your knee aligned. Open your thigh out to the side to bring your right ankle, onto your left knee. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh and bring your left thigh towards you in the figure of four pose. Okay, here stretching into the right glute muscles, the right buttock. And you might want to do circles here. Be mindful of your knee. If you feel the knee should be aligned, but if you feel tension in your knee, come out of the pose. Okay, and release. Place both feet back on the floor. Other side, interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Press your thigh into your hands, away from your body. And then slowly straighten your left leg. Now it's fine if your leg's not straight. Of course, just work with the pose there where you feel a stretch in the back of your leg. To prepare us for sleep, we're trying to release big muscles in our body, areas where we might be holding tension. Perhaps your leg is straight if you did the same on the other side. And now turn your left foot out to the side, lead with your toes. Open your left leg out to the left. Use your left hand as a little prop, a little stand for your leg. And breathe here, opening into the inner thigh, the adductors on the inside of your left leg. Bring your leg back up to vertical. Bend your right knee if it's not already bent. Bend your left knee now. Open your thigh out to the side to bring your ankle onto your knee. Figure of four pose. Hands interlaced behind your right thigh. Draw your thigh in towards your tummy, your chest, and maybe little circles here. Stretching into the left glute. Okay, release. Roll over onto the side. and come onto all fours. Cat-cow pose. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. With an inhale, arch your back and look forward, opening in the chest. Inhale. And with an exhale, press into your hands, round your back. Cat pose. Look towards your tummy. Inhale, arch your back, look forward, creating space in your spine. Exhale, round your back, look towards your tummy button, creating space between your vertebrae, even into your neck. Inhale. Exhale. And come back to a flat tabletop position. Move your hands forward a bit, hand length forward. Tuck your toes under and press back into downward dog. So lift your hips up, bring your ears between your shoulders, hips up and back. And then if it's comfortable, pedal your legs, straightening one leg and then the other. Breathing through your nose, focusing on the exhales, release with your exhale. Now come down onto your knees and come to lie on your tummy and your forearms in Sphinx pose. Roll your thighs in slightly, so bring your big toes towards each other. Give a little wobble, a little wiggle with your bottom, releasing your lower back. Press into your forearms and your hands. Gently stretching your back. And from here, tilt your head to the right to stretch the left side of your neck very gently. And tilt your head to the left to stretch the right side of your neck. And again, tilt to the right, tilt to the left. And if it's comfortable, nod your head forward, stretching the back of your neck. And gently move from one side to the other, stretching. You may feel this in the back of your neck, but also even towards your shoulder blades. Releasing in those muscles where we often hold a lot of tension. Okay, from here, right hand towards the left corner of your mat, crossing over, and stretch your right hand out on the floor. Roll over to your right side, palm facing up, and draw your left knee up so it's in front of your hip. You can place your right ear on your right shoulder. And then bend your left knee and see if you can hold onto the front of your foot behind you with your left hand. Wait a minute. That's bending your right knee. Getting left and right muddled up. Okay. So press your foot into your hand to stretch into your right quad muscle. Okay, this is a wonderful stretch. I really love this. Often I do it in bed before I go to sleep. It stretches into your right quad, into your right psoas. And there's a nice twist in your spine as well, gentle twist. Okay, release your right foot down. Bring your hands together. And then lift your left arm and your left hand up towards the ceiling for a twist. And a nice stretch into the left pectoral muscle, the front of your left shoulder. So opening out, both hands diagonally. in a nice twist. Okay, bring your left hand back to meet your right hand. And come back into the Sphinx pose. Straighten your legs. Back into Sphinx. Left hand to the right corner of your mat. Stretch out diagonally towards the right. Shift onto your right side. Bend your right knee up in front of you. Head can rest on your shoulder. And now bend your left leg and see if you can hold onto your foot with your hand. Stretching into your left quad, your left psoas muscle at the front of your left hip. And just be here, focusing on your breathing. Really fully breathing out through the nose with each exhale. Release your left foot down. Place your hands together. And then lift your right hand and arm up towards the ceiling. And over to the right, opening out in a lovely twist. Stretching into the front of your right shoulder. Okay, bring your hands back together. Come back into Sphinx pose and now up onto all fours. From here, open your knees out almost to the width of the mat. Bring your hips back onto your heels. And it can be nice to have a bolster here if you have one. If you have a bolster, you can place it onto your tummy. We're going to do child's pose. So with knees wide apart, hips on your heels, you can come to rest on your bolster, head to one side initially. If you don't have a bolster, just walk your hands forward. You may want to fold your arms and place your forehead on your forearms. If it's comfortable, on the floor. And breathe here. Try to let go of any unnecessary tension that you might be holding. And just have enough energy in the pose to keep the form. But try to let go of any excess tension. Just let it go with each exhale. Okay, slowly come out of the pose. Come into a downward dog again. Lift your hips up into downward dog, and we're going to come into pigeon pose. So right knee and right foot forward. Bring it behind your hands. Shift your left foot back. Try to keep your hips parallel to the floor. Left foot flat on the floor behind you. And walk your hands forward into pigeon, either resting on your forearms, perhaps bringing your head towards the floor. If this is a hard pose for you, a great modification is the figure of four pose, which we just did before, which gets into this a similar stretch in the right buttock. So either figure of four or pigeon. Okay. Okay, if you're in pigeon, come back into downward dog to switch legs. If you're in the figure of four pose, change to the other side. Bring your left leg forward now behind your hands. Shift your right leg and toe back. And walk forward with your hands. Settle into the pose. Let your breathing settle. Try to adjust until you find your position, what's right for you today, and then try to just rest, become quiet, and just be there, present in the pose. As we enter into this parasympathetic state, a state of rest and relaxation where our nervous system can relax, be calm. Blood can flow to our digestive system. This is the opposite of fight and flight. Relaxing, resting, digesting, preparing for sleep, possibly. Okay, come back into downward dog. Pedal from one foot to the other, stretching out your legs. And now come onto your knees. Clasp your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders back, open the chest. And this is a nice pose which squeezes into your trapezium muscles between your shoulder blades. Release, change the clasp of your hands. Roll your shoulders back, and again, open the chest. Releasing in those trapezium muscles, where we often hold a lot of tension. Okay, good. Release. Come to sit down with your legs in front of you at about 90 degrees. Feet relaxed. Hands behind you, lift your hips up and see if you can feel those sitting bones pressing down into the ground. Can be nice here if you have a block, place the block in front of you. We're going to fold forward. So maybe you're here and you feel that you can feel a nice stretch here, the inside of your legs, back of your legs. Maybe you want to walk forward with your hands like little spiders, but just find your edge where the pose works for you. If it's comfortable and you have a block, you might want to place your forehead on the block, placing the skin between your eyebrows onto the block. Another area that we can hold lots of tension. And this sends a message to your brain to relax. Our attention is focused inwards. As we enter into a state of rest and relaxation. Supported by the block, supported by the floor. Let your body melt into the pose. Okay, and slowly come out of the pose, walking your hands back. Bring your legs together. And if you have a bolster, we're going to do forward fold, Paschimottanasana. If you have a bolster, it can be nice to place it on your legs. If you don't, that's fine. You can do it without a bolster. And just fold forward gently. Perhaps you want to place your forehead in your hands. Try to find a position where you can rest and then stay in that position. So here we're stretching the backs of the legs, the muscles along the spine, the back of the neck. And our attention is drawing inwards, turning inwards. Long exhales, long releasing exhales. Okay. And slowly come back up out of the pose. Now, it's good to have a block. If you don't have a block, maybe a couple of books are also good. We're going to lie back down on our backs. First of all, windscreen wipers. So feet at the edge of your mat. Lift your arms up above your head and bring your right knee towards your left foot in a little twist. And then the other side, bring your left knee towards your right foot, twisting to the other side. Okay, we can do this. You can move from one side to the other like windscreen wipers, stretching the side of your body. Okay, come back to the center. Bring your feet a bit close together and a bit closer to your bottom. Press into your feet. If you have a block or a book, now place it underneath the lower part of your back. In fact, your sacrum, kind of right at the bottom of your back, top of your bottom. Setu Bandha, half bridge. Adjust your shoulder blades so that you open in the chest, palms facing upwards. Try not to move your head left and right in this pose so your spine is aligned. Tuck your chin in a little. And just let your hips relax into the block. Settle. A slight inversion here, calming for the body. Long exhales. Okay, to come out of the pose, press into your feet, lift your hips up, remove the block, place your back down on the floor, vertebra by vertebra. Roll over to the side, use your hands to push you up into a seated position, and we're going to finish with a breathing exercise, Nadi Shodhana. So come into a cross-legged position. Cross-legged or on your knees, a comfortable position. You may want to sit on a block or a meditation cushion. Okay, so for Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. This is a great breathing exercise to balance your breath between the right and the left sides and to balance the energy in your body between the right and left sides. It's very calming. I really like to do it before I'm going to sleep, or if I feel agitated before a stressful situation, for example. I find it very calming. So with the right hand, bring the index and middle finger towards your palm, and we use the thumb and the fourth finger to close the nostrils here. Okay, so start with both hands on your knees. Gently close your eyes or bring your gaze towards the floor. Breathing through both nostrils. And now bring your right hand up to your face. Close your left nostril with your fourth finger and inhale through the right side. Close the right side and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close the left nostril gently, exhale right. That's one round. Inhale right. Close the right side, exhale left. Inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. 2, inhale right. Close the right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Last time, inhale the right side. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Place your right hand back on your knee and breathe through both nostrils. Observe the effects of the practice. Everyone's different. Observe how that feels for you, in your body, in your mind. Okay, and slowly open your eyes. So we did just one round of Nadi Shodhana. Often we do 5 breaths in, out. That's one. Often we do 5. But then you can repeat series of 5. So take a little break after 5 and then come back and do 5 more, or as many as you feel like. Okay. Thank you very much for your practice. If you're getting ready for bed, I hope you have a good night's sleep. Otherwise, I hope the rest of your day is a good one after this restful yoga practice. Thank you very much.